Well, I live in Washington, D.C., and it's hard not to care about politics. Man, it's like living in Hollywood and not caring about movies. That's what happens. But I really don't care. I mean, I guess I care somewhat, but it doesn't matter. After years of 50 years doing this, all I see is that no matter who's in charge, this money keeps growing every year, never decreases. Okay. So what I'm trying to do is show the average person on the street what is there for them, because the rich people, they're going to find out and soak it dry. But the average person has no idea. And that's what, growing up in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, I didn't know any about this stuff. And I started working for rich people, and I was getting this stuff from myself. Wow, why doesn't everybody in the world know about this stuff, especially the people in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania? So that's my mission. And and I see the new politicians come in and start new programs. And I've been following it, as I say, for 50 years. Well, this with Biden, this past thing, he's done more for jobs, man, than I've ever seen. And people don't realize that, because the job thing takes a while to get through the system for you to take advantage of it. But it's coming in there now, and it's there. So here's what's going on in Pittsburgh. What they have is a program. They could give you up to $40,000, to train for a new job. And that includes living expenses, that includes transportation, all kinds of stuff. And this is for people who have no degree. So you get $40,000 to train to get a $100,000 job. That's right. This is what's in all of his programs that are now coming down to the local, to your city, county, and whatever. And I'll show you how to find them. But here's another example of that. Is that instead of maybe a couple of years of getting $40,000 to train for a new job, you could do it in a couple of weeks or a couple of months, and they give you $15 an hour. This is what's going on in Detroit. Give you $15 an hour to train for a skill, and when you graduate, you make $25 an hour. Man, again, that's no degree. And that again gives you coaching support and help to pay daycare and all the other expenses that come up, because they realize, hey, these are barriers for you getting a new job. So what these programs do is eliminate those barriers. Hey, I can't. I got to pay my rent. I gotta, I have daycare. All this kind of stuff. Or here's what's in California. They need caregivers so much, they're giving you $6,000 to train to be a caregiver. So they pay you for training. They give you a $6,000 grant. Man, you got a whole new career. So that's how do you find out what's going on where you are? Because there's really thousands of programs like this. First thing you do is you go to Career One Stop, K, CAreerOnestop.org. Put in your zip code and make an appointment with a local counselor. Talk to people. Get out of Google, get these phone numbers, and talk to people. None of them are going to charge you any money, and they're your ticket to a job, making a whole lot of money. Particularly if you have no degree. Okay, here's another program. Oh, by the way, the other thing you want to do is find help. That's another place. If you put in your zip code at findhelp.org, you got to know what your zip code is. And see, this keeps track of all the nonprofits. See, the Find Career One Stop is a government place. But if you put jobs in for findhelp.org, you'll find training for free. Now, here, look, you put in jobs in this one zip code. There's 700 nonprofit organizations that help people with jobs. 700. God, that's bigger than Google. Google will sell you 7 billion, but all of them will want money. See, here's 700, charge nothing. That's what you want. Also, contact your local community college, because they're getting a lot of this grant money to let you go there for free to get certificates and even degrees programs too. So what else we got here? Biden also has dental care now for adults that are uninsured. Okay, it's usually not covered, but now he's making more coverage. And so if you go to your local Medicaid office, go to medicaid.gov, find your local office, because there's a lot more help now for getting dental care. For adults that aren't covered. Okay, another thing you want to do is look for needymeds.org. This is an organization that keeps track of free and low cost any kind of health care, dental care, pet care. I don't think they have pet care, to tell you the truth. But it'd be nice if they did. But if you go here, find free and low cost sliding scale clinics, medical, dental, mental health, and substance abuse clinics. So these are free clinics that you could find. Okay, that's what he's done a lot too. Here's another interesting thing is you could pay payments of 0 a month on your student loan. Okay, depends on income. So you check this website, studentaid.gov slash IDR, which calls income driven repayment, and find out how you're eligible for that, because you could pay $0 a month for like 20 years and it all disappears. So here's how to get out of student debt. And this is income generated, but see, you put in the numbers to see what you're eligible for. It's not going to happen. Don't guess. Don't guess. Go and get the facts, because the facts are free. Now, here's another Biden program that just came, Inflation Reduction Act, and it's starting to come through now, where they give $14,000 for home improvement, new appliances, weatherization, things like that. $14,000, brand new. It's going to be at the state level, and the link is in the description down there, how to find your where your state is in this. Now, here's another neat thing they did is $50,000 for people who just got out of jail to start a business. Not to steal money. No, they give you money to start a real business. Maybe they made more money the other way, but it didn't pay off in the long run. So they're helping people with criminal records and things like that to get them back in the program and make money for themselves. And that's what's now. This is a SBA sponsored program, up to $50,000. No credit problems, no assets or anything. It's people who are getting out of jail. Isn't that great? Now, here's another neat thing Biden did: is help you with overdraft fees. Don't you hate that? God damn it! You go into Starbucks and you pay a $5 on your checking account, and then all of a sudden it was overdrafted, and it cost you $35. Oh man, these banks rank up fees like that. You could have $200-300 in overdraft fees and other kind of banking fees, junk fees they call them, and they're illegal. But what do you do when you have all those junk fees that are illegal? Well, you could call the Marines. Actually, you don't call the Marines, you call the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau. And you go to consumerfinance.gov/complaint. consumerfinance.gov/complaint. Fill out a form and say, hey, these people I think are screwing me over. It's illegal for them to do that, to charge that money now. And so they're really hammering down on this stuff. The Federal Trade Commission is, and everybody. The junk fees in larger banks, man, they make so much damn profit, and it has nothing to do with their profits, just for them taking advantage of you. And it's not only the banks, man. Look at this about junk fees and how states and everybody and the federal government, Biden is really big in this. Listen, the TripAdvisor, you go online and do a trip, and all of a sudden when you check into the resort, they charge an extra $50 fee. You had no idea what the hell it was. Right, $50. What the hell is that? That's a junk fee. You didn't know. I didn't know. You're there. What are you going to do? Go home? You're in Hawaii. No, you're going to pay the fee because you get away with it. All right. Here's another interesting one. Beyonce concert. You get to buy a ticket for $2,000. And the junk fee there is $600. $600 junk fee. You don't know till you check out, and all of a sudden this is there. Oh my God. What are you going to do? They're getting rid of this stuff. And that's why you have problems with that. You go to consumerfinance.gov and put in complaint and file it and get the law off those suckers. Because you can, what are you going to hire a lawyer $400 an hour? No. You get the government to go after these people because they'll do it for free and they could put them out of business. Your lawyer can only get your money back. Yeah, no. You could put more hurt in these people than anybody else in the world. Call the government because they'll put them out of business if they don't follow the laws. Yeah. Now that's what's neat about this country, but you got to use it. And that's why people don't know how to use it. And that's why we do it. Let'sGoHelp.com is teach people these alternatives. If you go to Google to find something, your alternatives you think are going to cost you money. This guy's going to charge this for this. This guy's going to, it's all money. No, the real help and the free money does not charge for money. And that's why you have to know that. And a good place is not to go to Google. If you want to get a grant for something, go to bar.google.com or go to OpenAI, chat.openai.com. So that's chat, CHAT, .openai.com, and say, I want a grant for business. I want a grant for housing. And they'll tell you the real organizations that don't charge and give out money for free. Google will never show you that, except use the bar at Google. That's like it's sort of like what research used to be. I was talking to somebody today. Using AI is like going to the library, 30, 40 years ago when all the information was in the library. When you got the information in the library, you didn't get anybody selling you something. You want to find out about pregnancy or something like that. There's not somebody, hey, I could sell you condoms or whatever. Somebody's selling you something because you're looking for something. No, they don't hang around the library and do that, but they hang around Google, and they're 1,000 to 1 on Google. So you got to stay away from there, and you want the real information. It's sort of like going to the old time library, but it's a hell of a lot faster. So let me help you too, because what we do with our profit, I'm so shocked we make so much money, that we give it back to the customers. The members. We give over $75,000 back every month to members to do whatever you want. We give $1,500 on the 4th of July, on the 4th of every month. Then on the 20th of the month, we give $500 for car repair. And then on the 30th of the month, we give 30 free laptop computers. Oh, that's cool. And I'm proud to do that. And it makes me feel great. And my heart grows every time we do that. So let me help you too.